The impact of bullying and harassment on an individual is manifold. I automatically think about what happens on a neuroscientific basis when we get stressed, and bullying is a very stressful experience and harassment is a very stressful experience. So what happens is our fight-flight response kicks in, our cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone, goes up to 100, the synapses all start firing. I think immediately of things like your sleep cycle becoming completely disturbed, unable to sleep because you're so anxious, so that real strong feeling of anxiety. A reliance on substances to soothe, to make things seem a little better or not as bad.
It affects the people in the workplace, but also individuals outside the workplace in their personal lives. For the wider team, even if they're not the ones being bullied or being sexually harassed, it has an impact on them as well. They're witness to it, and it really affects their behaviour, how they feel about probably themselves, and definitely about how they feel about their team and their workplace. It's about their productivity, their creativity, their collegiality, whether they're willing to work and help other people on their team anymore. It reduces all of that. It reduces their willingness to be in the workplace and be engaged with the workplace. So you may lose the devotion and the real work of the individual, but also of the other team members. And other bystanders to this behaviour are customers. Customers of and clients of the business see this. They see and they're affected by it, whether the rudeness and bullying is directed towards them or towards another staff member.
Yeah, so the impact is always negative of sexual harassment, and the impact can be extremely serious. And it is important to remember that the same behaviour addressed to one person may have a different impact than it would on another person. So having said that, if we're looking at the serious impacts, the damage that sexual harassment can do to a person, you're looking at the emotional harm that it can do, loss of confidence, stress, really nervousness, failure to be able to cope with their job. It can result in loss of appetite, loss of sleep. How many of us have had that experience of being so worried about something we can't sleep? There is the business that so many people are afraid to report, and it is terribly underreported. Why are they afraid to report? They will be seen as the disruptor, the person who has made it difficult for the organisation, and they then feel that that will impact not only on their job there, but perhaps on their reputation or their reference for another job. On a team, they may see that somebody is suffering sexual harassment. They may not want to draw attention to themselves in case it transfers to them. That means the person who is suffering the abuse can often feel totally alienated from the workplace. The workplace becomes hostile, defensive, unproductive to a great extent, and it is not a healthy culture.